Hi, welcome back. My name is Liz. So today we're going to go through some warrior poses. So it will be more of a yoga practice. So working through warrior 1, warrior 2, warrior 3, or Virabhadrasana. This is why I don't use the Sanskrit names because I feel like I butcher the beautiful language. So that's why I just use the English words. So warrior 1, warrior 2, warrior 3, or try again, Virabhadrasana 1, 2, and 3. So Virabhadrasana is warrior. And I've got Daisy here and Arya here. They love doing their resting warrior pose. For most of the day, they're really good at that. So they may kind of come in, they may come out, they may bark to get out of the space that I'm in. So that may happen, just letting you know, but that is sometimes how these things roll. We don't always get the perfect quiet time to practice. So if you've got noises and things going on around you, just let that be there and just focusing as much as you can on what you are doing. So finding a comfortable seat. You might want to sit on a cushion or a blanket or a bolster if you've got one. I'm going to stay on my knees. We're not going to be here for too long. If it feels comfortable, closing the eyes down. If not, it's coming into a soft gaze. And I don't know if you can hear that, but Arya is snoring. She often does that, even with her eyes open sometimes. She's very talented. So closing the eyes down or coming into a soft gaze. Take a moment, connect into your breath. And just take a moment just to settle into the space, settle onto your mat. Preparing for the practice to come, the movement practice to come, where we bring our breath, our body, and our mind together. So we'll go through a couple of rounds of box breathing. So we'll do a 5 count box. So 5 count inhale through the nose, 5 count hold, 5 count exhale through the nose, 5 count hold. We're going to do about 5 rounds of that. Take a clearing breath to begin, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5, hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, in, hold, out, hold, in, hold, out, hold, in, hold, out, hold. Let's come back into your natural rhythm of breath. Let's take a little moment. You might like to wriggle around, maybe take a little bit of a stretch, reaching up overhead. Look down, I've got daisy hair all over me. All over the mat. Thank you, Daisy. So you're going to come down into a 4-point kneeling position. Hey, Daisy. Daisy's in a constant 4-point kneeling position. She's really good at that. So just lining the knees up under the hips, the wrists underneath the shoulders. Take a breath in, drop the belly down, look forward. Breathing out, draw the belly in, roll the spine up. Breathing in, drop the belly down, bring the shoulder blades together. Breathing out, reversing that curve. Really press down into the palms. Think about opening the shoulder blades up around your rib cage. Doing that again. Drop the belly down. Take a breath in. Draw the belly in as you breathe out. Rolling up. Tuck the chin and the hips. Let's take a couple more of these. Such an awesome move for the spine, the hips, the shoulders. Do that one more time. When you roll the spine up, start to press the hips back into a child's pose, but we're not going to stay here. Breathe in, forearms come to the mat, pull the body forward, so you're coming back up into that cow position, and then rolling back through cat, sitting the hips back, breathing in, pull the body forward. You might imagine you're diving under a wave there. Breathing out, rolling back through the spine. Arya, come here, darling. Arya. Breathing in, rolling forward. Breathing out, rolling back. Do that 2 more times. I'll give Arya about 5 seconds before she barks to get out. No, I was wrong. Good, and then when you find yourself with the heels or the hips sitting back towards the heels, just stay there for a moment. You can reach the arms out in front, rest the forehead down to the mat. If that doesn't feel good for the shoulders though, just bringing the fists underneath the forehead. Pull the body forward, tuck the toes, press the hips into downward facing dog. So the first one, you might walk out. Arya, come here. Hey, what are you going to do? Yeah, just a little walk from side to side, maybe turn the head from side to side. They've given me my mat back. Good, press the hips up. Start to walk your feet up towards your hands. When you get there, fold forward over the thighs, let the head drop down, let the shoulders drop. You might grab opposite elbows, take a little swing from side to side or a little bounce up and down, whatever feels good. And imagine that you're emptying anything out of the head that doesn't need to be in there. Like taking up some space. Using up energy that you can use for other things, more important things, more interesting, exciting things. Take one more breath in and out. If you've got hold of the elbows, release them. Start to roll up through the spine, pressing down through the heels. If you've got dog hair on your tights, just gently give them a little bit of brush off as you roll up. Coming all the way to standing, roll the shoulders back, lift the chest. So at the top of the mat, if you're not there already, feet either together or hip width apart, standing nice and strong in your mountain pose. Let's take a moment reconnecting into a smooth rhythm of your breath in and out of the nose. Firmly planting the feet into the ground. So we're going to make our way through some sun salutation A, and we're going to gradually start to build on it from there, adding in our warrior poses. Breathing in, reach up. Breathing out, fold forward. Breathing in, lengthen through the spine, halfway lift. Breathing out, plant the hands, step back to plank, drop to the knees, lower the chin and the chest to the mat. So the hips are pressing up, slide forward to the belly, lift the chest, low cobra, lower the chest down, press through the palms, lift the hips into downward facing dog. So just taking our time here, adding that movement into the body, starting to get used to connecting the breath and the movement. Take a breath in, look forward, and slowly start to walk your feet up towards your hands as you're breathing out. Fold forward over the thighs. And then pressing down through the heels, roll up through the spine, squeeze through the glutes. Reach the arms up, breathing in. And then bring the hands down through center as you breathe out. Breathing in, reach up. Breathing out, fold forward. Breathing in, halfway lift. Breathing out, plant the hands, step back to plank. Drop to the knees, lower the chin, the chest to the mat. Slide forward, lift the chest, roll the shoulders back, low cobra. Lower down, press the hips into downward facing dog. Again, just take a little moment here, really press down into the palms, lengthening through the spine, draw the belly button in. Looking forward, last time we'll walk the feet up towards the hands, the legs might stay a little straighter this time. Fold forward over the thighs, let the head drop down, let the shoulders drop. Beautiful lengthening here through the back side of the body. Press down through the heels, draw the belly in. Think about squeezing the glutes as you roll all the way up. Reach the arms up overhead. Bring the hands down through center, mountain pose. Now you're more than welcome to stay with that level of stepping back, dropping to the knees, bringing the chin, the chest to the mat. Otherwise, it's going to start to pick it up a little bit. So just working at your own level. Breathing in, reach up. Breathing out, fold forward. Breathing in, halfway lift, lengthen. Breathing out, plant the hands, step or jump back to plank. From the knees or the toes, bend the elbows, lower halfway. Press through the palms, lift the chest, upward facing dog. Press the hips back, downward facing dog. Take a breath in, breath out. Bend the knees, look forward, step or lightly jump to the top. Halfway lift, forward fold. Breathing in, come all the way to standing, reaching up. Breathing out, mountain pose. Breathing in, reach. Breathing out, fold. Breathing in, halfway lift. Breathing out, plant the hands, step or jump back, bend the elbows lower. Press through the palms, lift the chest, upward facing dog. Press the hips back, downward facing dog. Take a breath in, breath out. Bend the knees, look forward, step or lightly jump to the top. Halfway lift, forward fold. Breathing in, come all the way to standing, leading with the chest, reach the arms up. Breathing out, palms down through center, hands by your side, mountain pose. Breathing in, reach. Breathing out, fold. Breathing in, halfway lift. Breathing out, plant the hands, step or jump back. Bend the elbows, lower. Press through the palms, lift the chest, upward facing dog. Press your hips back, downward facing dog. Good, really press the hips towards the ceiling, press down through the palms. Take a breath in, breath out. Look forward, step or lightly jump to the top. Halfway lift, forward fold. Breathing in, come all the way to standing, reach the arms up. Breathing out, palms down through center, mountain pose. So it's our sun salutation A. So we're going to start to add in those warrior poses now, one by one. We're also going to add in a chair pose to the beginning. So feet either hip width apart or together. I prefer to do this with my feet together, but it's just a personal preference, whatever feels best for your body. So standing nice and tall. Excuse you. Standing nice and tall. So we're going to sit the hips back, bring the hands down, reach the arms up overhead. Now sit back into the heels, lift the chest, draw the lower belly in. If you need to, bring your palms down into prayer position. Just takes a little bit of that edginess off the shoulders. If the knees are together, press them together. If they're hip width apart, think about nice alignment, hip to knee. Take a breath in, breathing out, fold forward. Breathing in, halfway lift, lengthen. Breathing out, plant the hands, step or jump back. Bend the elbows, lower. Press through the palms, lift the chest, upward facing dog. Press the hips back, downward facing dog. Breathing in, take the right leg into the air. As you breathe out, step the right foot through. So coming into warrior one. Now we want not necessarily a heel to heel alignment, that might work for you. I find it better for my body. Once I've stepped the right foot through, heel toe it out to the side a little bit, and then turn that back foot in, lift up to standing, and that just allows me to feel like I can square the hips to the front of the room a little bit better. You maybe need to take the back foot, step it out a little bit, but just kind of play around with it and see how it works for your body. Back foot's going to be slightly turned in, and then back leg really active. So you're pressing out through the back foot, like you're sort of trying to take that edge of the back foot out, lower down into the front leg. So hips are square to the front, lift the chest. Now you can stay here, you can bring the arms up, shoulder width apart. I like to bring them together, and then even a little back bend might start to happen. Keep drawing the belly button in, shoulders are down. Press through that front heel. You might sink a little lower into that front leg. Keep pressing down into both feet. Breathing nice and smoothly. Take one more breath in. Breathing out. Bring the palms to the mat. Now we're going to come straight back in to downward facing dog. So press the hips up and then come to the other side. Breathing in, take the left leg up. Breathing out, step the left foot through. Heel toe that front foot out if that works for you. Bring the back foot in, lift tall, and then make those little adjustments. So don't be afraid to kind of continually feel like you are adjusting if you need to, just to find that position that feels good in your body. Hips are square. Reaching the arms up, whatever arm position feels good for your body. Arya's like, I want out, I'm done. I've done my yoga for the morning. Take a breath in, breathing out, palms to the mat, step back, downward facing dog. Good, take a breath in, breath out. Bend through the knees, look forward, step or jump to the top, halfway lift, forward fold. I'm going to sit back down into that chair. So sitting the hips back, reach the arms up. Make those little adjustments with the feet if you need. Feet might come together, hip width apart, whatever works best. And then come all the way to standing. Take a little moment here. Roll the shoulders back, lift the chest. We're going to sit back down into that chair position. So sit back, reach the arms up. Next time you breathe out, fold forward. Halfway lift, lengthen through the spine. Plant the hands down, step or jump back. Bend the elbows, lower. Press through the palms, lift the chest, upward facing dog. Press the hips back, downward facing dog. Breathe in, left leg lifts, right leg lifts. Step the right foot through. I'll be forever getting my right and left mixed up. Turn the left foot in, coming up, there's only two options and it still gets confusing. So hips are square, warrior one position. So lift the chest tall, that little back bend might happen, sink into that front leg, press out through the back foot. We're going to open this into warrior two, so there's going to be a need for an adjustment with the feet. So press through the front leg, open up, back foot might need to come in, so we do have this heel to heel alignment. Reach the arms, sink down into that front leg, again keep pressing out through the back edge of the back foot, tuck the pelvis under, reach the arms long. Yeah, it's a really strong, powerful positions. Take a breath in, breathing out, circle the hands down, step back, downward facing dog. Breathing in, left leg lifts, step the left foot through, come up into that warrior one position, make those adjustments. So remember, nothing is set in stone. You always make little shifts, make little changes that need to happen. Open that up into warrior two. Stay connected into the breath. Strong in the legs, reaching through the fingertips. Take a breath in, breathing out, palms to the mat, step back, downward facing dog. Bend through the knees, look forward, step or jump to the top, halfway lift, forward fold. Sit the hips back into that chair, reach the arms up, holding strong, then pressing down through the heels, coming all the way to standing. So we've got our warrior one, our warrior two, we've got one more to add, which is our warrior three. So a little bit of balance coming our way. All right, so feet either together or hip width apart, coming down into your chair pose, reaching the arms up, shoulders down, strong through this midsection. Take a breath in, breathing out, fold forward. Breathing in, halfway lift. Breathing out, plant the hands, step or jump back. Bend the elbows, lower. Upward facing dog, pressing back, downward facing dog. Breathe in, right leg lifts. Step the right foot through, warrior one. Open that up into warrior two. So again, make those little shifts. Now to come into warrior three, you're going to bring your hands to your hips, pivot out on the back foot. So you're on the ball of the foot. Now we're going to need to use the strength from this right leg. Press down into the heel, draw the belly button in, and then lift the back knee up. So you're kind of doing like almost a lunge with a knee lift. Ooh, might kind of find I've got a bit of a gap there in the mat. That's underneath my yoga mat. Good, stand tall, and then we shift the body weight back. Good, so press down through the right heel. Start to lengthen through the leg, but keep the knee just slightly softened. Then your back leg, now you might be here with that toe tapping down, or lengthening the leg out, either pressing out through the heel or the toes. Keep the shoulders down. You can reach back with the arms, bring them to prayer, or reach them out in front. So it's kind of just a yogi's choice. You can shift and change that whenever you feel. Take one more breath in, breathing out. Lower the back foot down, a little more gracefully than that if you can. Bring the palms down to the mat, step it back, downward facing dog. Breathing in, left leg lifts, step the left foot through, heel toe the foot out, Make your way into warrior one. Open that up, warrior two. So knowing that we need to shift, we need to make those little changes. Bring the hands to the hips, turn out on the back foot, and then kind of back yourself here. Well, don't kind of do it. Press through that left heel, lift the knee, draw the belly button in, shift the weight back, and then take whatever option works best for you. You might find one side feels a little different to the other. That's okay, just notice it, acknowledge it. Don't have to do anything about it just yet. Breathing nice and smoothly. With control, step back into that lunge position. Bring the palms to the mat, step back, downward facing dog. Let's just spend a little bit of time here, pressing down through the palms. Let the head drop down, draw the belly button in. Now you may want to do more rounds of that. So you can kind of just start to link those together. You can pause the video, do more if you feel you need more for the day. Otherwise, drop to the knees, press back into a child's pose. Walk your hands back to your knees and then coming down onto your back. Dog hair all over the mat. Bring the feet down to the floor. So it's going to come up into just a couple of hip bridges. So set yourself up. Heels are close-ish to your glutes. So they say to have it like hands distance, so you should be able to touch it with your fingertips, the heels I mean, but that might not work for you. So I kind of like to have a bit more of alignment, and it feels actually better to have them a bit further out in front. Press down through the heels. Start to roll your spine up off the mat. Squeezing through the glutes as you lift. Chin might come in towards the chest. Take a breath in at the top. Breathing out, roll back down. So finding this nice kind of motion of your hips, your spine. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, you can bring your hands to the front of your hips. Think about rolling them back like you're trying to bring them to the bottom of the rib cage. So we're getting the back flattening down into the mat, and then continue that roll up. Squeeze the butt. Just lifting up as far as feels okay for you. Take a breath in at the top. Breathing out, reverse that curve. So imagine you're imprinting it down into the mat, vertebrae by vertebrae. So really nice movement here, kind of like that cat-cow motion. Really good for your hips, your spine. Roll it up, squeeze your butt. Take a breath in at the top. Breathing out, roll it down. Hug the knees in towards your chest. Take a little roll or rock around on the spine. Breaking the legs out, coming down into your resting position. And you stay here for as long as you need. Letting everything sink down into the mat. If you want to stay longer, stay longer. You want to start to wriggle the fingers, wriggle the toes. So yes, it's only short resting positions on the videos, but you make sure you stay just, again, for as long as you feel you need to. When you feel ready, coming back to a seated position. Just closing the eyes down if that feels okay, or coming into a soft gaze. Take a moment and thank yourself for making the time to come to the mat to practice today. Namaste. Have a beautiful day, whatever it entails, wherever you are, and I'll see you next time.